purpose of the annual event is to bring the public in to be able to talk to their elected officials about issues that are most pertinent to their lives. So it's an opportunity for their constituents to have access to legislators, and also on the flip side of that is the legislators, our elected officials, are now hearing from their constituents on basically what issues are important.
This was our 4th year having this policy forum, and this year really we had the youth guiding the whole process as far as talking about topics and what was important to them.
We're presenting on how to become a youth leader.
We're just here to get more people involved in their community and make sure that they make a change in their community for a better good.
In the past, we concentrated a lot on state and federal elected officials. For this particular forum, we focused a lot on city council, mayors.
And I want to say that I don't think there is another place in the state that does what you're doing today. On a Saturday, when young people can come, when parents can come, it's an amazing event, a precious event. Make good use of it.
These right here, these are going to be our future mayors and city council and presidents and everything else. And I have so much faith and passion in these kids, and also the kids also in our community. When I say that my child is my passion, I'm not just talking about my child, I'm talking about every child, not just in Solano County, but in the state of California and also around it.
I think one of the things that, as Lori had mentioned earlier, is the opportunity to help people and be accessible in your district, where you get input from your constituents and how you can better their lives.
It bothers me immensely to see people who don't have a place to live, who there isn't food on the table, and I feel very frustrated as a classroom teacher. So when I was able to retire and seeing that this was an open seat, I thought I can lend a different voice that maybe is not being heard.
One of the things that I think is really important for youth, for your involvement in your community, is not to just get engaged, because you hear that all the time. Well, contact someone, get engaged, get involved, but really it's about staying engaged.
Learning. I like to learn. There's nothing more than being in public office for teaching and learning. I came here today to learn, and I'm learning quite a bit. Thank you very much.
I'm an immigrant from the Philippines. I moved here in 1981, and so I felt a need to serve, because Vallejo, this community, America, has been very good to me and my family, and my husband, who incidentally is a retired veteran, also served the military for 33 years.
One of the main reasons that I chose to run for office is that a core value of our family is giving back to the community in which you live.
I feel like it's about making a difference and making an impact on the lives of children, and advocating for a free and appropriate public education for every child.
Today I saw some wonderful young leaders who really showed some of their skills that they're learning, but also many of them are presenting information to us that we're going to see them presenting as adults, as leaders in our community.
Also, the Fairfield Youth Commission's Violence Prevention Committee did a great job in hosting an event with youth and Fairfield police officers, also at the Powell Center. And the whole purpose was to have games, and we also had drinks from Dutch Brothers, so that we could break down barriers and really prompt socializing between youth and police officers.
I was part of the PLTI program. Thank you, Alan. I'm the only teenager in the whole nation to be taking this program, and I love this program.
Fighting Back Partnerships gave me the support and assistance to be better than I was. Now I wake up encouraged every day to build something better for myself.
One of Reach's goals is for youth and adults to work in partnership to improve safety in the community. A great example would be the Rocky Hill Trail, since we worked with elected officials and city and county staff and community members. This is a perfect example of how a small group of people can make a big change in the community for others.
I was so impressed with the ideas that some of these students had, And some of them were real basic, simple ideas that I appreciated that they didn't shoot for the moon necessarily. They looked at their surroundings, they looked at their environment and said, this is something we can do. Why don't we do this?
So here I have two programs for you today. One of them is called Get Connected, and the other one is called the Sustainability Award. And the Get Connected program, we want to partner with quite an amount of businesses here in Fairfield, Sassoon, and Cordelia to provide a list of Wi-Fi connections for not just the families and students of the community, but to the people of the public as well.
The breakout sessions certainly focused on youth.
So this year we had one on youth employment that really focused on what's called soft skills training, making sure that people know how to write a resume effectively, how they look in terms of their appearance. So some real practical skills to get youth employed.
Again, you need to really know what to expect. Be realistic about how much money you're going to make, the starting point that you're going to be at, how fast you're going to move up, the grunt work that is going to be required of you.
We also had a breakout on Funding Next Generation, which is the ballot measure A and B that almost passed, that would have brought in $16 million. We didn't quite get the amount we needed, but we're still going strong in that area. We feel that Solano County is often underfunded in preventative type services. So
yeah, it's disappointing and yeah, we missed, but it's not like it was 22.
And 6,000 people switching their vote would have gotten it to 50.
And then last but not least, we had another rousing breakout with youth talking about issues that are going on in their communities. Everything from making sure, concerns about immigration, concerns about health and safety, making sure that people feel safe in their communities. So again, this was another example of the youth really spearheading and taking over. And we had like 20 or 25 youth that participated.
Solving these issues and helping your city doesn't always have to be something boring because you can have fun at the same time. Everyone is unique, but everyone has one thing in common. That is the ability to make a change happen. There are many ways to improve your community. For example, you can bike your cleanups, help out food things, don't throw trash on the ground, or something as simple as talking to somebody in your community about how you can help.
It really empowers people who come to these events to meet people, to network, to talk to elected officials, and then to get involved with some community-based organizations that are working on funding the next generation, working on youth employment, or some of the other things that we're talking about.
For me, I think this activity symbolizes that one person has the ability to influence others. If we work together, we can make some of these changes.
Solano County, many people don't know, is one of the most diverse counties in the state, I think maybe second. So one of the things that is, again, impressive about the forum is not just the amount of youth we had this year and the amount of parents, it's just people from all different backgrounds that reflect the county.